Welcome to SoFlo Home Project. Today we're putting our green thumbs to work to give a newly renovated home in Miami Shores some major curb appeal. We're starting from the ground up literally as we join landscape designer Steve Beck from Turfworks. This is the guy with all the advice on how the right landscaping can make you fall in love with your home before you even open that front door. South Florida is color, texture, lifestyle. It's a vibrant collage of different cultures blended in different ways. This collage is where I work. I'm home decor expert Martin Amado. Let me help you design your lifestyle. Join me as we experience SoFlo Home Project. Most homeowners can get away with simple tools like a shovel and a rake when gardening. But when you're dealing with new construction, not only do you need the help of an interior designer to create the look you want inside, you also need to hire a landscape expert to create a beautiful exterior that complements your home. Today we're getting our hands dirty in a good way, and we have a front row seat to this amazing transformation.
Martin, welcome to my sweaty world.
Hi Steve, welcome to SoFlo Home Project.
Nice to meet you.
Now I typically work on inside spaces and I've done some minor DIY gardening projects, but this is on a whole other level, right?
It sure is.
I have my gardening tools ready. Are these gonna cut it?
In a lot of situations they would, but for our purposes here, we're gonna need something a little bit more heavy duty than that.
Bigger equipment. So I gotta say, I love the architecture of this home and I love the driveway, but both you and I know that this alone does not complete a curb appeal, correct?
Correct. I mean, basically what happens is we're called in on a project like this, and
right.
we sort of come in to frame it and soften it up.
I'll be helping you throughout the day.
I can't wait. We're getting ready to drop the Sylvester palm in the hole. They like to be planted a little bit high. We generally plant them a couple inches higher than we normally would a lot of the other palms. This is the first of many in phase number 1. We've got the Sylvester palm in. We've just got to straighten it out and trim it up a little bit, get some water on it, and away we go.
All right, so big trees like this require the big heavy-duty toys.
Yeah, we just got it in there with the Bobcat. It was quite an ordeal to get it around that corner, but it's in and it's done. I think it looks pretty good.
You couldn't just lift it and put it in place with all your team?
No, we couldn't. A tree like that weighs about 1,400 pounds.
I gotta say, I love trees and landscaping, but why should homeowners consider that in addition to just, you know, regular plants?
I think the addition of verticality, so to speak, is very important. In this case, with this home, we've decided to frame the house as best we can using the palms. In choosing a palm or a tree, there's a lot of different considerations. We don't want to put anything too giant by the house because of weather, hurricanes and such. We also want to learn and figure out as much as we can about the family in the home. Do they need a place for the kids to stay? Are they going to do a picnic bench or something underneath it? Are there shade considerations, you know, that they want to create or not create?
So the trees are in. What's next?
Next, we'll be doing some of the shrubs and ground covers, and getting this thing done.
So I can finally get my hands dirty?
Without a doubt. Where are your gloves?
I'm gonna use my gloves, absolutely.
I got mine.
Okay, great. You know when you get a gift and the packaging is so beautiful that you're excited to open it? To me, landscaping is the same thing. Before you even get to the inside of the home, once you see the first impression of the landscaping and the trees and the beautiful flowers, then I want to see more of what's happening inside. Now, I'm used to having a decorating budget when I decorate interior spaces, and I've heard the number, like about 10% of a home's total value should be invested in landscaping. What's your opinion on that?
We would like to use that as a guideline. Unfortunately, it's not adhered to 100%. And a lot of the stuff that we do is sections of a landscape, so it might be hard to determine where that number is. But generally, on a renovation or new construction, that is a good guideline to use.
Coming up, we're going to begin the planting of all the shrubbery. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back to SoFlo Home Project. I'm here with Steve Beck from Turfworks, landscaping this beautiful home in Miami Shores. So while we continue working on the outside, Tap from FHA has some great tips to protect the inside.
Thanks, Martin. We're going to talk about energy efficiency today. I'm here with Nan, who's been in the home for 20 years.
Yes.
I know we really enjoy the view we have here, Nan.
Just by the water is what I needed. I would like it to be more comfortable and safe at the same time.
One of the biggest misconceptions about hurricane glass, a lot of people believe that by replacing their windows with new hurricane glass, it will also save you money and make your home more comfortable. Now this is a lamp that's our way of representing the sunlight and the heat. This particular device is called a radiometer, and this, when it gets hit with the heat, it's going to cause this to spin.
Okay.
And the more heat it gets, the faster it's going to spin. So let's see how that works. you want to put your hand here to see if you feel the heat coming through?
Oh boy. Am I by the beach?
Right? So if we were to change out your windows with solely impact glass, yes, it would protect your home and your family from a storm, but would it do a lot to protect you from your energy bills and make that area more comfortable?
No, not at all.
Not much, right?
No.
This is really pretty, right?
I don't know about that.
This is actually a product that gets installed into your attic and cools the attic temperature 30 to 40 degrees, which makes your home a lot more comfortable.
Oh, wow.
So if we were to put this radiant barrier in all your glass, do you think it would make that area a lot more comfortable?
I guess so, but I don't like the looks of it.
You wouldn't want to give up your view?
No.
Right. Let's take a look and see if it works. You want to put your
Oh,
hand?
it works all right.
Works, right?
Yeah.
You want to see if there's any heat coming by?
No heat, no view.
But if we can stop the heat utilizing something like this, but still allow you to enjoy your view, that's more in lines with what you would want.
Absolutely.
So let's take a look at this type of glass here and see if this might help us.
Wow. No heat.
No heat. So this particular product, it's manufactured with hurricane impact glass, and then there's space in between the glass, and then there's a Solar Max radiant barrier on the exterior, which reflects all the radiant heat away from the glass to make your home more comfortable and allow you to enjoy that view a lot longer.
Oh, I couldn't ask for anything better.
So the point of this for everyone at home is that when we're making this decision, there's ways to make your home a lot more energy efficient while protecting your home from a hurricane. And look at all the options that are available, one being hurricane glass that will protect your family from a hurricane, but also inquire about really energy efficient types of glass that will not only protect your home, but keep you cool, a lot more comfortable, and save you from a lot of those rising energy costs.
Tad, I have a shovel for you. Those are some great tips, thank you. Steve and his team from Turfworks have been walking me through this landscaping project in Miami Shores. The trees are in place, so Steve, what's next?
What's next, we're going to continue putting in our shrubs and our plants and our flowering material. After that, we're going to start mulching the planting beds, followed by finishing up with the sod and getting much needed water.
Let's begin.
Yeah, it's starting to look like something. All right, so one of the pitfalls of landscaping is running into stuff that's under the ground that you wished actually wasn't there. In this case, my crew here almost hit some existing irrigation lines. Although this system was just put in and we do have a schematic, sometimes the plants just happen to fall right above them. The tip would be to dig carefully and slowly, especially in areas that you think there might be irrigation lines. Again, you just have to be careful.
I love seeing this part of the landscaping project because the drawing really comes to life. I also like how Steve chose different textures in the plants, from flowering ones to shrubs, because it creates a lot of visual interest, which is exactly what I do when I decorate a space inside the house. Steve, so I love how the area close to the home is coming together. It looks beautiful. So talk to me about your idea behind creating another little cluster, if you will, right close to the street.
Yeah, what we're trying to do is to, in effect, make an entryway. It's a fairly short driveway, but just make an entryway for guests and the homeowners to drive through to come in.
Right.
We're keeping stuff a little bit off the street, judging for the growth of the plants.
Okay. Now, I love the mixture of different plants. Tell me why you chose the same plant on this side.
Well, the homeowners requested that we use quite a bit of color. Unfortunately, with our heat down here, flowers don't work oftentimes. There are a few plants,
right,
but these particular ones, the Croton Mamie, provide color year-round,
yeah,
and they're super easy to maintain. They're almost maintenance-free.
I love the purples with the yellows and a bit of the orange. Great. So now on this side, I notice you have sort of like a dry fit before you even dig the hole. And there's a reason for that, correct?
Correct. What we've done is place basically all of the material. Number one, just to make sure the aesthetics work, the balance is good, and also we want to make sure that we've got a budget in mind, so we've brought in a number of plants. We want to make sure they work throughout the property. We don't run short or have a bunch extra.
Right. So I have my pick in hand, so I'm going to help you with the rest of the digging. Okay?
I'll do the moving. You
cool.
do the digging.
Steve, I love how you're using boulders in the landscape, so tell me the reason behind it.
I think they add character, they add a little depth to it.
Yeah. Well, it feels very organic, like something you would find in nature as you're walking around.
Correct, and that's the thing. You know, a lot of times we'll get them and we'll adjust them and we'll adjust them, and then sometimes it's just kind of dropping it and then building around it, and where it sits is where it's supposed to be.
Right.
The angle that it sits and the location.
We can't miss the fact that the mulch is already down. I gotta say, I love the smell of fresh mulch. It's
nice.
one of the things that I love as part of a landscaping project. Now, I know that mulch comes in many different styles as well, correct? And this one specifically is what?
This is actually just natural cypress mulch.
Okay. Now, in addition to mulch, what else can homeowners use?
We get frequent requests to use landscape stones, river rock, Mexican beach pebble, stuff like that. It's a one-time expense that is a lot more than the mulch, but again, it is a one-time expense.
And actually, you can do a combination of both, the mulch plus even some of the landscaping boulders in between. Awesome, so let's go sod.
Let's do it.
So your team already gave us a good head start, I can see, which I appreciate. What are some good tips to keep in mind before installing the sod, Steve?
Actually watering the dirt before the sod goes down, just to keep it moist on a day like today when it looks like we're going to get some rain, but right now it's just hot and dry, and the more moisture, the more irrigation we can give that sod throughout the process, the better. If you'll look, the ground here is very well compacted. It is a great medium to grow this sod in, and although it seems like it might be too compacted, it will adhere really nicely with the right watering.
We've done outdoor projects before on the show, but working with Steve has been an extreme makeover to say the least. Yes, there is lots of sweat involved, you will get dirty, but the payback is well worth it. Look at it now, with trees, with sod, with beautiful plants. It really has a great curb appeal that complements the style of the home. Coming up, some of South Florida's hottest properties. And later, we have more landscaping tips from the professionals to beautify your home's curb appeal. I'm home decor expert Martin Amado, and I'm here to help you with your next decorating project. Go to SoFloHomeProject.com, tell us what you're working on, and send us a few pictures. If we choose your home, I'll be knocking on your door to make it all happen. SoFlo Home Project, Saturdays at 11 a.m. right here on Local 10.
Hello again, South Florida. Dustin Feely with Keller Williams Realty.
Buenos dias, South Florida, or should I say good morning, Fisher Island. Welcome back to the SoFlo Home Project Hot Properties.
This week's hot property takes us to one of the most exclusive islands right off of Miami Beach and fabulous Fisher Island. But before we take you inside of one of the greatest estates offered in the market today, first let us take a look at some of this week's other hot properties. This week's first featured hot property is a cozy and quaint 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,800 square foot home on a nice oversized lot. This beautifully remodeled kitchen features great custom cabinets, granite countertops, stainless steel custom appliances, and plenty of space to spread out for all your entertaining. As you look at this great backyard, imagine your family and how much fun they'll have playing around in the backyard that's big enough to even accommodate a swimming pool should you decide to build one. If you would love to live in all of the great convenience of this fantastic community, give us a call today and we will gladly show you this quaint home tomorrow. This week's featured hot property is just a private ferry ride over to the most exclusive secured island in all of Miami, Florida. At over 3,000 square feet, this magnificent 3-bedroom, 3.5-bath home has arguably the best view from the balcony of any property in Miami. Living in the lap of luxury is all about exclusivity, and nothing is more exclusive than having your own private elevator that opens up into your great private entry. Everything about a home like this is about making an impression, and just beyond the beautiful stained cherry wood doors is this fantastic foyer area just to greet all of your fabulous guests coming in to see you.
And this unit offers great views with the wraparound balcony that you're going to be able to enjoy the afternoon, the mornings, while having fun with the entire family and even your friends. And this unit comes fully furnished, including the decoration. It's in move-in ready condition. You just need to pack your stuff, come here, and enjoy the views.
By far the best feature that this home has to offer is the best view of any hot property, or possibly any property I've ever seen in my entire life, which is the perfect atmosphere to toast all your success with some of your closest friends. Cheers, Oz.
Another amazing feature of this unit is this spacious master bedroom. It's bright, open, with plenty of space, even with your private views of the beach and the ocean.
What would be the point of having such a fabulous getaway without a fabulous kitchen? This kitchen has tons of features, great space to spread out. It even has Corian countertops and a hidden Sub-Zero refrigerator.
This unit even comes fully furnished and with a classic Mustang included on the purchase.
If privacy, exclusivity, security, and a luxury is what you deserve, then give us a call today and we will put you in this amazing estate tomorrow. And now it's time for this week's hot property selling tips, and more importantly, some no-nos you should be aware of when showing your home.
When showing your home, one of the things you don't want to do is to look at your watch. What a better way to convey the buyer that you want them out of your house by looking at your watch. If you want to know the time, be aware of the places that the house may have a watch that you can look at the time.
And also, don't close the house up until they're truly done looking. Once you see taillights and they're driving up the street, that's the best time to shut the door. Nobody likes the door slamming right behind them, indicating you wanted them gone. And as always, we are the home of the 59-day sale guarantee. We guarantee you we will sell your home in 59 days or less, or we will buy it ourselves.
And if you're planning to sell your house this summer and you want to get an idea of the value of your house, give us a call and we will give you a free home evaluation at no cost to you. And remember, there is never an obligation to list your house with us when you call us. Give us a call today.
Start packing.
Coming up on SoFlo Home Project, you're not going to believe the difference trees and shrubs can make in a home's landscaping project.
Well, Martin, that's all she wrote.
Last
piece
one.
of sod.
Love it.
It's been a
Welcome
day.
back to SoFlo Home Project. We've had the privilege of working all day today with Steve Beck from Turfworks. Now, Steve, I'm used to working my magic inside of the homes typically, but it's nice to work with an expert such as yourself with an awesome green thumb on this outdoor landscaping project. It's been amazing.
First of all, I'd like to thank you. It's been a pleasure working with you, and I appreciate your input. It's neat having two designers sometimes on a job.
Now, typically homeowners really shy away from this type of work. Obviously, it takes a lot of work. You have to have really that designer eye, which is what I love working with you as well. We share similar qualities in terms of looking at a space and seeing the full potential in it. What advice do you have to homeowners at home that might want to tackle this as well?
My advice would be to do your homework, shop the nurseries, look around, see what kind of plants you like, decide on sort of a theme that you can adhere to. Take a drive through your neighborhood, look around on some of the plant websites online, and start from there. The planning is the most important thing. And after that, once you've got an idea in mind, just gathering your materials and bringing them home and doing your thing.
You have to find inspiration, or you can hire Steve Beck.
That works as well.
Which is what this homeowner did, right? Which I love it as well. All right, Steve, so let's go back to the very beginning and recap how the home or the landscape was then. So it was just dirt.
Just a blank slate.
We had a home, beautiful home for that matter, and then just a plain driveway. Now, with the plants in place, the trees, the beautiful mulch, landscape boulders, and I love the fact that you use different variations of different plants too, which I love to create lots of texture and color and visual interest.
We started with a blank slate. It was nothing but just dirt and a recently renovated home. We started with the bigger stuff, the bigger palms, the framework, so to speak. We proceeded with the ground covers, the flowering shrubs, and finished up with sod and mulch and boulders. And now we've got a finished landscape, and I think it looks pretty well.
Not only did you incorporate landscaping and a beautiful planting bed, if you will, near the house, but you also extended that out near the driveway, right close to the street. So it kind of creates a beautiful visual from the beginning all the way to the end. It all ties in together beautifully. And of course, the sod. It was absolutely needed in this space because all we had was pure dirt. It makes such a difference when you first pull up to your driveway and you get to see such a beautiful facade. Again, it's almost like the first impression is made as soon as you drive up to the house, and then it just continues on when you open the front door and you have a beautiful interior space as well. So again, the interior always has to complement the exterior and vice versa. So I really love this collaboration today on SoFlo Home Project. So thank you again. It's been awesome work. I didn't really get to put to use my little trowel and my little rake, but on the next project maybe.
You did a great job with the serious tools.
I appreciate it. Until next time. If you have a design disaster, we can help. Contact us at SoFloHomeProject.com or find us on Facebook and like our page at SoFlo Home Project. Next week on SoFlo Home Project, we let the sun shine in. Natural light makes a huge difference.